The internet changed how we work. AI is changing what work gets done. A bank cut loan processing from days to hours. A student built an AI scheduler, improving on-time delivery from under 70% to over 90%. Most teams know AI matters, but aren't sure where to start. InAI is Indiana's statewide AI adoption effort, built with industry, academia, and community partners, helping you move from understanding to action. Visit inaiready.com.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Thursday, August 20th, 2026. I'm Alex Brown. Officials in Bloomington are marking the completion of a renovation project at The Mill, a co-working space and business accelerator in the city's trades district. Amplify Bloomington, which operates The Mill, said the project added 30 workspaces, 3 new private offices, and a rebuilt event space that CEO John Fernandez said will create the next chapter for the organization.
The Mill has always been about more than a building. It's about the community that's being created and sustained within the walls. And so with a lot of the support for entrepreneurs, for startups, there are people who do work remotely here. We do a lot of events in this space. So there's always been a strong demand. And in fact, we got to the point where we just need more space.
The Mill was founded in 2018 and is at 100% occupancy. The city of Evansville has announced what it is calling a landmark investment to support the rehabilitation of Grandview Tower, a 170-unit senior community on the city's northwest side. The city is providing just over $1 million for the $42 million project that it said will preserve and extend the 47-year-old building's affordability while making significant improvements to residents' homes. An investment fund managed by students at Valparaiso University outpaced the return of the S&P 500 last year by 9.2%, according to an annual report. Business students enrolled in the university's Portfolio Practicum course evaluate and select stocks to be invested in the university's Beacon Fund. The report shows that the fund grew 27% to just over $1 million. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media podcast network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
Sarah Bloom has built Bloom Press into a letterpress and design studio in South Bend, serving businesses, couples, and individuals with custom stationery, wedding materials, and printing services. Since 2022, she has built the business while developing a network of fellow creative business owners.
I just feel like in the past 2 or so years, I've really connected with so many amazing people, and so many of the people that I call my close friends now here are also creative business owners, have very entrepreneurial energy, and I think it's really nice to have a group of people to bounce ideas off of and be a sounding board and to kind of lift you up when you're going through it, because I feel like there are some low moments, and especially being it's just me, I'm solo in my business, so I feel like there can be discouraging moments. So it's nice to have that community, and I think it's very important. And I think South Bend is just a weird little pocket that a lot of really cool people have seemed to flock to, and I'm glad for it.
You can read our full Q&A with Bloom from the South Bend Elkhart Region Report newsletter at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. The American Center for Manufacturing and Innovation, which is building the National Security Industrial Hub in Bloomfield, has launched the Horizon Manufacturing Cup, a $3 million competition aimed at helping manufacturers and hardware startups scale their technologies. The competition will award funding to 5 companies, including a $1 million grand prize. Startups and emerging technology companies can compete for funding and opportunities to connect with leading venture capital firms. Acme will host the one-day fast pitch competition on October 20th on Indiana University's Bloomington campus. The $102 million Innovation Grove District continues to take shape at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. President Robert Coons told Inside Indiana Business that the project's first phase, a 2-story, 35,000 square foot building that will be the new home of Rose-Hulman Ventures, is nearly complete.
The first building is going up now, and we're really getting excited. We'll be able to actually complete the building by the end of this calendar year. and move Rose-Hulman Ventures into that space in January.
Future phases of the district include a $30 million outpatient surgery center that is being developed in partnership with the Indiana Orthopedic Institute and Terre Haute-based Union Health. Longtime Indianapolis Colts beat writer Mike Chappell is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.